Well, there was a gal that's with a sister company of ours, and she's an agent, and she had one of her family members that had a listing for, gosh, about 90 days that there was no activity at all. It just wasn't moving. And so I kind of, snuck, took her out of the office one day, and I said, hey, can't make any promises, Elsie, but I have this strategy that may be able to help your cousin, with their property. And so at that point, of course, since she had nothing going on, she said no problem. She was just desperate for anything. So actually what she allowed me to do was to bring the big ugly yellow signs and put them out there in front of the listing. And literally, when I went there to put them out, her cousin had come home, and she, was kind of saying, "Well, what is this?" And I said, "Well, Elsie said that you were cool with, me putting this out here," and she said, "No problem." So about 2 or 3 days later, I came back, just to see if they were still there and how everything was going with it. And she happened to be home that day. And she told me that people have just been, coming by and jotting down the number. And there was some activity where they'd been like dormant. I mean, it was like dead as a doornail. She was ready to cancel it, but it's her family. She couldn't cancel her family. So anyway, as a result, about 20 days later, she actually sold the property. And I was able to do the loan for the person that actually purchased. They already had another agent to take care of all that stuff. So it worked out really, really well. So I say that they work. As a result of me putting the yellow sign in front of her, Elsie's house, her cousin's house, she was able to do the $10,000 commission that she would not have had because it had been on the market so long. Then I was able to receive an $8,000 commission. And actually, because I did the loan for the person that purchased, I still have that person in my database, and I'm creating and maintaining that relationship with them. So they'll be one of my clients for life. Oh, it cost me $1.50 with the ugly yellow sign and the stake in the ground. It tends to get their attention, most definitely. And people do tend to call. I mean, I've had, hundreds of calls just from putting a sign out there where people were saying that no one was calling in. The biggest thing I like about that is that I get that lead, as opposed to going into an office or getting lost in a voicemail, or what if they want to call after hours. I get that lead, and then I'm able to keep that relationship going. So the person does buy. At that point, they are working with an agent, but then I'm the one who does their loan. So I'm their mortgage consultant for life, literally. So that's what's been my experience working with the ugly yellow signs.